the starters for the visiting Toronto Raptors. At guard, Fred VanVleet. Forward, Scottie Barnes. At guard, at center, Pascal Siakam. At forward, West. The visiting team head coach, Nick Nurse. This is your starting five. At center, 6'11", number 33, Nicholas Claxton. At guard, 6'7", number 10. At forward, 6'9", number 34, Nasser Carter. Guard, 6'2", 11, Kyrie Irving. Forward, 6'10", 7, Kevin Durant.
Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA. Thank you. Here are the five for the Raptors. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Then there's West. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Yang in at the two-guard spot. And for the Nets, we've got Durant, also Carter out there. And it's Claxton in at the pivot, manning the middle. He'll be the Nets off the tip. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
Now here's Barnes. Yep, it counts.
Showing his touch. Barnes good from mid-range also.
Outside Irving. Over Siakam. Claxton. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's VanVleet. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Siakam passes to VanVleet. Lays it up and banks it in.
Elevating his playmaking over time, Siakam recognizes when his teammates have clean looks.
West against KD. From deep. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. There's the pass to Siakam. It's hauled in by Claxton.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Pass to Irving. Carter outside. 6 on the shot clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Pass to Yang. KD against West. Shoots over KD. Shot's good from West.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
The quick look, no good that time. Nets trail by 4.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Here's Barnes. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Barnes with a terrific move and the bucket. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night.
Showing the grit, Scotty Barnes holds his own in the paint.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. Outside for KD. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
And he makes the first.
The confidence of Scotty Barnes' game is pretty inspiring. Even against savvy veteran opponents, he believes in his own abilities and he gets it done.
Barnes hits them both.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Now here's Durant. His last outing, he had 24 points.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Left side West. Pass to Barnes. It's tipped and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career. Well, KD's still a net after asking for a trade. The team looked, but didn't feel a deal was there. And Durant will continue to play, but you feel like this story could drag on until the trade deadline or beyond.
That one is off.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
And the second free throw, good. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
Outside Irving. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Raptors leading by 5. Out to the right wing. Tries from the block. Jump shot is good that time. West has got his second bucket of the night.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Connects from three-point range.
How do you stop that? You have to play KD for the drive, but then he just rises up like that, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Yang passes to Van Vliet. With his first shot attempt, a rebound by the Nets. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
You know, you can't allow that many second chance opportunities and then get almost none yourself. Rarely that works out for you. Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Barnes finds West. Van Vliet outside. Barnes screen on Durant. West. That one rolling around and runs out. Brooklyn trailing. The pass to Claxton. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Barnes against Carter. Shoots the three. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Over West. And it's Durant missing. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Raptors. Passes it to Yang. Carter pulls it in. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Carter sets the pick for Irving. Puts up a 3. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
A creative playmaker. I love when Kyrie zips it to his teammates.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Fans, it's time to get right.
Van Vliet outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And Smitty, Fred Van Vliet has really come into his own as a starter.
He has, Kevin. He has proven he can run an offense. He's also a dynamic and confident scorer and someone you can depend on to sink big-time shots.
That free throw missing. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Just 2 to shoot. Mills can't hit.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Simmons inside. Defended by Trent. And Simmons gets the bucket.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Here's Birch. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Birch has got it all tied up now for Toronto.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And here's Sharp. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Warren the pass to Sharp. Warren kicks to Mills. Shoots over Van Vliet. Mills can't hit. The Raptors have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Back to Anunoby. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And the foul on Khem Birch. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Dishes it to Warren. There's a screen to the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Anunoby. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
That's on Ben Simmons.
OG's a tricky cover. Has strength, has quickness, and just still learning the game.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Smitty, OG Anunoby from the UK has had a nice impact on the game.
And he said he wants to grow the game in England. OG's hoping to open up some paths to the NBA for young players from the UK.
So he gets them both. And a deep roster for the Raptors. But Smitty, do they have the star power, the star talent to win big?
Well, they have Scotty Barnes. He was last season's Rookie of the Year. His growth will be key. But with Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, all-star caliber players, Toronto's not shy on talent, Kevin.
1:33 left to play here in the first. Trent passes to Birch. Back to Trent. 6 to shoot. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Raptors get it back. Goes back up. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. With the step back. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trent outside. Pass to Van Vliet. Latrey finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
You have to respect Fred's range. If not, he'll make you pay.
Here's Simmons. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Van Vliet outside. Shot clock at 6. And he banks in the lane. Van Vliet's got 8 points.
What a fearless competitor Van Vliet is. Figures out ways to score inside while being covered.
Guys, it's been all about Fred Van Vliet for the Raptors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this.
Your next.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Toronto.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is the group that Jacque Vaughn has right now. The guard set is Irving and Curry. Carter out there with O'Neal. Now, here's Siakam. 20 points for him last game against Cleveland.
And I'll tell you, Siakam is like a spider in terms of his balance, his reach. He can overwhelm you.
And when you look at Pascal Siakam, he has only gotten better.
Yes, GA, having his best seasons the last 3 years, averaging over 20 points, and he's a rebounding machine.
And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the two defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those two boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the two defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
The first one falls. And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Siakam hits them both.
Though you get a lot of individual production out of Pascal Siakam, he's a total team player. He checks his ego at the door.
Now here's Curry. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Count it. Good. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Al West, 35 points for him last game against Cleveland.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy. Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Kicks to Irving. Lets it go with a three. And no good that time. And Toronto will come the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
Carter with the bucket.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
To the middle, over to the left wing. And Siakam has it in the corner. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
I like the competitive spirit of Siakam, seizing back momentum with a three of his own.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by West. Van Vliet outside for three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Irving looking for an opening. Can't cash in from the high post.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Siakam, that's good.
Physicality is no problem for Siakam. He pushes off the contact and gets it to go.
Now, here is O'Neal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside for Curry. Carter sets the pick for Curry. Over Siakam. Curry can't get it to go. Toronto leading by 5. Barnes finds Van Vliet. To the right side. Siakam inside. O'Neal's there. The offensive rebound. And Siakam throws it down.
Look at the effort from Pascal Siakam on the offensive glass, keeping that play alive and finishing it.
Outside Carter, and again it's the Nets missing. And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. West outside. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Nailed from three-point land. Van Vliet's got 11 points.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Kevin Durant comes in for Curry. Achua, he's checked in for the Raptors. Here's Irving. He's coming off a 40-point game against New Orleans.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Toronto.
Here's Siakam. Good work defensively by Carter. Nets trail by 8. Outside Irving. Pass to Claxton. Clock at 6. Carter outside. From past the arc, hits the three-point bomb. Carter's got 9 points now in the quarter.
If you relax on him out there, he's going to make you pay every time.
Siakam looking around. And good that time. Siakam's got 14 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Irving. Here's the screen. Again, the Nets for 2.
Kyrie scores so easily. He could lead this league in scoring one day.
Here's Yang. Oh, good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Claxton. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Looking at the Raptors roster, basically the entire squad is under 30. Their key players are extremely young, a great sign for the future.
Now, here is Irving. Lets the 3 fly, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They're having more success from three-point range in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And the Raptors call time here.
Raptors timeout. Who wants the t-shirt? And now fans, here they are. Team Fight.
checked in for the Nets. Simmons comes in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Toronto, OG Anunoby's checked in for Siakam. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Scotty Barnes. And Trent subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Raptors with the lead. Yang passes to Anunoby. Here's Trent. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
What a tough finish with all that contact. When Gary's doing damage inside, it's scary.
Here's Durant. For just the fourth time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
There's the screen. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Nets making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 6 in long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. The pass to Claxton. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Claxton's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
I mean, he's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's a beautiful play.
Here's Trent. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Trent's got 4 points in the quarter.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Claxton the pass to Harris. There's the dish to Mills. Here's the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Down low. Here's Yang. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
T.J. Ward, he's checked in for Durant. And the Raptors also making a change. Birch is checked in. And there's a minute 45 left now here in the second. Bucket is good.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
This is it to Warren. Here's Claxton, covered by Birch. Warren kicks to Simmons. Pass to Claxton. Anunoby passes to Yang. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. .104 left in the first half. Just 3 to shoot. Porter outside. Simmons pulls it in. Nets trail by 4. Pass to Warren. And here's Mills. Out to Harris. Now the pass to Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Great Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
He misses the free throw.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
The Nets making a switch here. Sharp's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Toronto leading by 4. Porter kicks to Trent. Off target from outside. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Inside, here's Warren to end the drought. Yep, that one goes in there.
And he's one of those players with a nose for scoring. Warren working the offensive glass there.
From deep, Trent. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Terrific way to end a half. Nailing a three to add to the lead.
52.
Thanks very much. Joined by Raptors head coach Nick Nurse. Strong start for Pascal Siakam. What did you like most about his play?
Well, I think he was aggressive. He played with some pace, got some stuff early. And I think he was patient when he took it to the basket as well.
And everybody fed off of him, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make up for the Brooklyn Nets.
I'm looking at their effort level, and it's... okay, they're not pushing the action. They're not getting to the line. Those easy shots from the charity stripes can make all the difference. I would know. I'm a charity stripe expert.
Easy shots, huh, big fella? Interesting. Okay.
Hey, man, I shot 99.9999999% from the charity stripe in my dreams.
And now, let's take a glance ahead at the games on the docket. Here's the upcoming schedule.
And for that matchup with the Heat, this one is a coin flip, a 50-50 game on paper. Pretty even talent-wise. It's going to come down to execution.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I'll be watching on my tablet.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's West, and it's Yang in at the two-guard.
The accuracy of Kyrie's shot is impressive, helping him clean up in the mid-range.
Here's Siakam. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks.
The coaches have to love when Pascal Siakam gets in a scoring groove. He's capable of making a big impact on the scoreboard.
Here's Claxton. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Claxton's got 8.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Siakam finds VanVleet. Back to Siakam. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Now here's Barnes. 8 points for him. West setting the pick for Barnes. That 3 off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 or 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Irving. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Shooting 5 for 8.
a masterful finisher. The closer Kyrie is to the bucket, the more dangerous he becomes.
On the wing, Barnes. Over Carter. And again, Toronto no luck.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
When it comes to surveying the floor, Durant's height is a major asset.
And so here's Toronto, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Barnes passes to Yang. Barnes the screen. To halt the run. Good on the bucket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Carter dishes to Durant. Over West. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Van Vliet on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Van Vliet's got 14.
Comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. Fred does a lot of things for this team.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
West passes to Yang. Kicks it out to Siakam. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Carter looking around. Pass to Durant. Over West. No good on that one. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Barnes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Defenders haven't figured out Scotty Barnes yet.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets.
They've been lights out from three-point land in this one. The defense hasn't been effective at stopping them, so they have just stuck with the game plan.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
He hits the second from the line.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Carter with a screen on Van Vliet. Launches a 3. Toronto grabs the miss. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Pass to West. Back to Van Vliet. And again, no good by Toronto. Nets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. To the inside. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Curry. And 12 points for Kevin Durant.
He's so polished. All Durant needs is a little airspace to get his shot off.
And Van Vliet, here we go. Over Irving. And again, no good by Toronto. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Curry kicks to Irving. Back to Carter. Tries from 7.